network unlike any other. 135,000 affiliated agents across 84 countries and territories in almost every Spanish-speaking country in the world. This is the most recognized name in real estate, the most respected brand in the industry. That is a nice ring today. Leader in brand awareness 25 years in a row. This is earning accolades, more accolades, and more. Hey, that's a lot. This is making an impression. Over 27 billion of them. This is showing up big. Here, here, all across here. And not just for clients, for the community. We're lifting up others with us. This is not resting on legacy. This is running on it. Taking all that's been learned and seen and taught and dreamed over the past 50 years to shape and fuel the next 100. Century 21. This is our century.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. How's
Good morning.
everybody? Oh, Shauna.
Ed?
Get Shauna in here. All right. Thanks for coming. See who's here. Good. Good. Okay. So every day I do this, I've been complaining about the technology. And today I see they have changed it again, and there is a whole bunch of really cool stuff here.
Oh, good.
I know. So I don't know how any of it works. So we're just going to play with that a little bit today and try to get you that real estate message as well. Let's see what the presentation looks like.
Can you make me co-host?
Yes, I
Thank
think I
you.
can. Co-host. All right. That's one co-host. Can I do another co-host? Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, good. So I see who's here. I see the good mornings. Thank you. We just played the video. Now here's what's new is side by side. So tell me what you see. What do you see now?
Century21.com.
Do you see me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Side by side?
Correct.
So is that the screen?
The other way.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, like the other way.
Well, that's something new. That's something new. So let's just go with that and see what we can get here. All right.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi, Shauna. We're playing with the latest Zoom app.
Okay.
They've changed it a little bit. Now, let me see if I can get my yes. All right. Let me get the blog. C21 brokers. All right. July 8th. Now, what do you see? Because I lost my layout there. Oh, there it is. Okay. I like that. July 8th, 2026. Let's talk real estate. Another soccer ball to get out there. Boy, the world of soccer is getting pretty wild. I'll say that much. If anybody's following that.
Mm-hmm.
That they've taken those hooligans right out of the United Kingdom and put them kind of all over the United States.
It's a fun game.
It is a fun game. Yeah. It's exciting. And boy, but you know, somebody wins 1-0 and there's a riot over that.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. Just amazing. Okay. But let's get our part out there. Let's get our message. Let them know that we're involved in soccer, that we love soccer, and it's part of our social media. All right, let's talk real estate a little bit. Let's get back to the basics and let's have a little conversation about some things I got in my refresher course over the summer. You want to think about creating a standard for yourself. You want a standard for how strong you will be in lead follow-up. So that's a good one. You have all kinds of leads. You're going to get something you're going to meet somebody and have a conversation and exchange business cards or get somebody's telephone number. You're going to meet somebody on social media in one way or another. So what are you going to do about it? You have to have a standard and you have to have a procedure and make it easy for yourself to follow up on every single lead that you get. So what I do, I'll give you an example. I actually drive the neighborhood. I drive Multnomah Village and Hillsdale and Burlingame, and I look for opportunities. So in my business, it could be a house that's for sale that I can bring to one of my agents, or it could be a property that looks like it's in need of a good property manager, or it could be an HOA that we'd like to manage. So I write that information down while I'm in the car, and I actually have a box that's full of marketing materials. So sometimes I'll leave something there at the door, but most often I'll follow up with a handwritten card. I'll have to do a little bit of research, find out who we're talking about, but I'll follow up with a handwritten card. And so I have a standard for that. And I don't want to wait too long. I want to do it within 24 hours, hopefully during the same day, because that's the easiest thing you can, to forget about. So think about that. Think about what you're going to do with your lead follow-up. Another thing we used to talk about with lead follow-up was if you actually are talking to somebody and they had expressed an interest, when do you call them back? How long do you wait before calling them back? So, Shauna, if somebody says, it's a Monday and I'm talking to somebody and they say, well, call me on Friday, when are you going to call them?
Right away.
Right away. You're not going to wait till Friday. That's an eternity for somebody who has an immediate need to buy or sell real estate. Some other realtor's going to get them. They're going to get impatient. They're going to forget about you and they're going to move on.
Yep.
So be aggressive in your lead follow-up. Set a standard. Another thing is if you have a stack of postcards, and we have I showed you last time, we have some really good new postcards. Come on in and check them out. And I would love for them to all leave the shelf so I can order some more and maybe get some different, graphics because there's a lot of neat stuff out there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, come on in and check that out and have a standard for that. Like I want to send out 5 of these a day. That'd be a good starting point, because if you look at it there and say, well, I've got a stack of postcards I need to get rid of, that'll remind you need to go find 5 people. So set a standard for how strong you're going to be in lead follow-up. Another one is set a standard for your definition of a lead. So that's a good one, because there's a huge difference between I just knocked on a door, had a really nice conversation with a for sale by owner. She wants me to call her on Friday. Compare that lead to just got something off century21.com. It was a little murky. I didn't like the language. They wanted me to go on WhatsApp, something like that.
Uh-huh.
So how are you classifying? Are those 2 good leads? Anybody? Is that 2 good leads, or maybe is it 1 good lead? I think
I'd say one.
One.
I would say 1. I would say it's 1 excellent lead. It's 1 excellent lead that I'm going to call today, not Friday. The other lead, well, we can spot a bogus lead, so that's not a lead, obviously. But some leads are weak and some are strong and some are maybe someday. So have that all classified in your lead management system and really focus and search out the good leads. Search out that for sale by owner that wants you to call this week. Next one, I've got standard. Set a standard for pre-qualifying your appointments. Now, there's 2 things that you're doing when you're pre-qualifying appointments. You're wanting to get the price of the property, obviously, but the main thing is you're wanting to get the motivation of the seller. Now, we have some great guidelines. You can call them scripts. You can call them talking points. We have some really great guidelines on pre-qualifying both buyers and sellers. that will get you right to their motivation and give you an instruction on how to work with them. If you take our form and our questions, planning to move, why are you moving? What are you looking for? Tell me about your house, all of that. Those are instructions. That's your chart on how to move forward. That tells you exactly what you need to do, when you need to do it. So pre-qualifying in a kind of a semi-formal way or a structured way is very important. It's really going to help you. It'll help you it'll help you in your career and your professionalism as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next one. Skill and enthusiasm win every time. Skill and enthusiasm. That's both together. That's both of the major issues together in one. If you have a lot of skill and you're not enthusiastic, it's not going to happen. All that skill is wasted because you can't get your foot in the door. If you're enthusiastic and you don't have the skill, that's better. That's better, but you're going to stumble also because of your lack of skills. Your enthusiasm will get you through it, though. You'll be able to see your shortcomings in skills, develop your skills as you go, working with the person you're working with, and coming here and discussing skills and discussing techniques. So just remember, don't forget the enthusiasm part.
Right.
What have I got here? I've got a little trick here. It's called sign the contract, please. And you know, at a Mike Ferry convention, you're going to be saying that a lot. You're going to be chanting that a lot. And it's a reminder of why you're here. It's a reminder of why you're in somebody's house. That is really the only reason you're not there to deliver them lunch. You're not there for a social gathering. You're there to sign the contract. That's why they called you, and that's why you went there. So always keep that in mind. We talk about that with our 5-point listing presentation. When you're actually in the house and get to the kitchen table, it needs to always be on your mind that you can end this at any time. Sometimes they want to end it right away. Sometimes you have the 5-minute listing presentation because they just say, we're ready to go. We can just sign this and then have a cup of coffee, and that's the end of it. That happens more often than you think. And if you've done your job and you've sent them the pre-packet already, 5 minutes is plenty of time to say, yes, let's go.
Right.
Here's another one that's critical. Tell the seller the truth. That's also one of the hardest things to do. Tell them the truth about what? Well, the obvious thing. It's always the elephant in the room, and sometimes we never get to it. Tell them what the price is. Is it hard to tell them what the price is if they've told you they want 50,000 more than you're suggesting?
Not necessarily. I mean, if you're confident about what you've found.
You'll tell them. Yeah, you're very good about being blunt. And if they're $50,000 off of your CMA on price, it's time to be blunt. It's time to be blunt. You don't want that listing. Okay, what's going to happen? You're going to do open houses. You're gonna spend time, and then 6 months from now, someone else is going to get the listing at the price you recommended. Has that ever happened, Shauna?
Yes.
Yes, it has.
Mhm.
And it will. It will. You've got to get them. Maybe we don't like the terms fantasy land. I don't like them either. Reality versus fantasy land, but we have to do what we can to get them to realize what that price has got to be.
Yep.
So tell them the truth about the price. Tell them the truth about the condition. And don't have any concerns about, this one's a little bit different. So when you're talking about your goals and your career, focus on your number of transactions. Don't focus on the volume of sales you do. Don't focus on the amount of money in your pocket. What's really the gauge that we all use in management of how well a person's doing and how well a person's performing, is how many transactions they're closing. So always, if you're setting goals, make that your goal. Now, I know it's money that we're needing. So you can say, well, I want to close 10 transactions, but I want to close them on, in this neighborhood or in this part of the community. Well, then you know what the dollars are going to be. But what really tells you how well you're performing is how many you do. Because what if you do get a $2 million house or a $3 million house? You'll think you have skills you don't, because you had such a good year, you made really good income, but you only sold X number of houses when you were after twice that many houses. You didn't get them. So you don't have a predictable future if you haven't developed the skills to get, say, 10 a year. So always look at the number of those. Another one is massive changes in behavior and frustration. If you experience those, if you ever experience changes in your behavior because of what you're learning and the way you're reacting, those indicate your growth as a salesperson. So changes like that, whenever you feel the pressure, when the heat is on, that means you're changing as a salesperson, and probably for the better. Probably maybe you're like me. You like to tell people what they want to hear, and they are fixated on $50,000 above market. And I'm going to say, well, let's try it. Okay. Maybe, it doesn't hurt to see what's out there, who's waiting. There's probably somebody just searching the internet every day, dreaming that this house will come on the market so that they can buy it. And let's just see if that person is out there. Let's just throw out a $900,000 price tag and see if they bite. That's wasting time. And I may get tired of that, and I may change as a salesperson. And then when I just go in, you think, oh my God, it's a different person. He says, no, I can't take the listing at that price. I can take it 10,000 over, but I can't take it 50,000 over. That's good for you. So that indicates growth as a salesperson. Here's another one I've repeated several times. 95% of realtors are not looking for listings. They're probably not doing much of anything. They're probably not getting Zillow leads, because I know a very tiny percentage of realtors get those kind of leads. They're probably not out there knocking on doors. Obviously, they're not doing anything. So think about that as you decide what to do. It can be a little frustrating, especially if you do call for sale by owners, expired listings. They're going to say things like, oh, gosh, you don't believe how many realtors have called today. Well, I understand that. They're not going to call again because of your attitude. They're not going to call again. So if you stick with it, because like I say, for sale by owners come and go. The realtors that approach them come and go very quickly also. So if you're the one that sticks with it, you're the one who's going to get the listings they eventually go with. And finally, what's that?
No, I was just agreeing.
Okay, thank you. So finally, sales is an emotional business. And basically, those emotions are a couple of things. One of them is you're emotional because you're attached to the leads and you're attached to the customer. You want this lead so badly to work. You want this listing to be a customer. Also, you're attached to one commission check. Let's say you did take that $2 million house. So did you price it right? Is it gonna sell in a reasonable amount of time, even for 2 million? 2 million sell quickly than they used to be. 2 million always used to be a career listing. You'd put it on there, you'd hire a photographer, you might get it staged. You'd go to those magazines, those glossy magazines, and spend thousands of dollars competing with the people who specialize in that. And then you wait. And over years, you talk to a lot of other realtors, and they tell you it's nice, the price is okay, they confirm everything, they confirm the thing sitting there. But that's not true with $2 million today. $2 million should sell just like any other house. So are you attached to this one career listing? So that's something to think about. I look at our inventory on our website, and I do see some houses that I saw last year. And I know some of them are entry level, and some of them are other things that didn't sell for one reason or another because of the seller's situation. But career listings can drag you down. So make a plan to get those priced right and off the inventory list. You'll feel so much better to move on from that. Okay. Anything anybody wants to talk about as far as sales skills and things like that?
If you speaking of career listings, if you want me to briefly at some point in the meeting talk about my um, challenge that I had this year with my listings on pricing and also just handling a unique situation, let me know.
Well, you did. You had a very unique situation that finally has finally resolved to a point, or at least we've got something in escrow. What happened with that one?
Well, I don't know that pricing was as much the issue as it was the client enjoying the battle that wasn't worth it. You got to think about where your home is and who's buying it. And these are starter homes in a blooming suburb that has a lot of first-time home buyers that have a lot of education debt, children that are still young. So there's a lot of details to it. And so the homes would have both sold right not too far out from the point that they were listed. But the problem is they've both been in contract before and we countered. And so finally on both of them more than once. And so I finally had to talk to him and say, listen, this isn't necessarily a price issue. They're coming, they like it, and they're offering, but they're tired and they don't have a lot of money. And you got to strategize. They needed to go with because of their cash situation. They had given all their cash to the down payment. They needed the seller to give them a concession on the other side. Credits on the closing cost was the only way they could really negotiate. And so I finally got him to do that, but he wasn't wanting to do that. And we were doing a lot of countering. And I finally had to say, one of the houses you bought cash at the peak of the 2% rate. So cash is king, and cash beat out all the people trying to get those 2% loans in. So he won. The downside is he won high, and now the house isn't valued as it was at the time. So I said, well, one house is going to just sell. It's going to be under if you want to unload these homes. These were investments. And then the other one's probably going to sell up. So I had to look at the portfolio I was selling and say, okay, listen, at the end of this game, one.
Okay, something froze. Did I freeze? Oh, I don't know.
Somehow.
Nice.
All right, what's next?
Well, I can share my screen and start doing the market stats.
Sounds good.
Let's see. So many.
Busy.
I think this one. Actually, let me double check what browser this is on. Okay. Let's go there. Perfect. Well, let's start off by going over the local listings. We'll start in the Portland area. Can you guys see my screen with the company's active listings?
Yes.
Perfect. Let's see. We have new listings from Nyeth. She has a new listing in Madras, Oregon, 402 Southeast Carmen Way. Not sure if it's up on the website yet, but that one just hit the market, I believe, last Friday. We also have a new listing by Taj in Woodburn, 671 Nichols Lane. That one hit the market on Saturday as well, 419. Good price. So congrats to those two agents for getting new listings on the market. We have Taj also putting a buyer under contract in Salem. He's working all over the place. That one should be a good closing for him. A couple closings to announce. We have Nyeth closing on another property in Madras. This one took a little bit, but she weathered through it with her client and got that one closed. So congrats to Nyeth on that one. And Kathy Goff also got a referral closed. So don't forget that referral income is still a great source of income. If you guys know somebody that is looking to buy or sell that's not in the area you serve, definitely look into getting that client referred out. Let's jump over to the coast at Coos Bay. Coos Bay, we have, let's see, Deborah Roth going under contract with a buyer in Coquille, Oregon. She got that one under contract last Friday. So congrats to Deborah on working hard on getting that contract accepted. So I'll toss it over to Shauna. What's going on in Washington?
Dennis O'Brien put a buyer in contract in Longview. And other than that, just a lot of things working and not completed yet. So hopefully I'll have one to announce that I worked on all weekend. Next week, it's out for signatures, but I don't have them yet. So I'm waiting patiently.
Is that in Vancouver?
Yeah, actually, it's in Battleground.
Nice.
Yep, and I think that Jennifer's putting one of hers pending. It might already be pending. She just hasn't turned in her paperwork quite yet. So that one went pending. I think yesterday. Her brand new listing on Inglewood, I think, went pending. So
nice. She's getting a lot of those great listings. I think
Yeah.
one of the things she's doing is she's pricing things correctly. So, and then that's why they're not sitting on the market for as long.
yes,
the
well, the
average listing.
pricing in Longview is just a little bit better, and it's been a good year for both of those guys that are working over. Well, there's probably 4 people that are working pretty hard in that area.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do we have stats for Idaho?
Jeff is working on a listing. Marisol closed on a new Lennar home, and Jana had a closing.
Right on.
Nice.
Continuing that great streak in
Mhm.
Idaho. Perfect. Well, let's jump over to mortgage rates. Looks like the 30-year fixed rate mortgage is 6.55%. This is up a little from last week when it averaged 6.49. A year ago, this was at 6.75. So it's still lower than 12 months ago. 15-year is 5.93. This is up from last week when it was 5.82. And a year ago at this time, it was 5.92 or 5.82 a week ago and 5.92 a year ago. So good numbers to know. All of our buyers and sellers are asking for what the mortgage rates are. So it's best to know your numbers. Okay, but let's delve deeper into more local stats, into the local numbers. I get my stats on RMLS. Just log in and scroll down past the news and subscriber priorities to statistics. This is where you can find your infographics as well as the weekly highlights. Let's just do an all areas that RMLS serves shout out. So let's see what it has to say. 1,218 new listings for the whole area. Pending sales are at 5,575. Closed sales is 549, which is up 12% throughout the whole RMLS area. 56 days on the market, which is down 3.4%. Average sales price is $590, and the median sales price for all of the area is $500,000. Let's jump to the coast. We haven't looked at Coos in a while. 30 new listings as of last week, 125 pending sales, 18 closed sales, 140 days on the market. Wow, that's a 160% jump from the week prior. Things aren't moving as quickly up the coast. And the average sales price is $263,700. Median sales price is $255,000. Okay. Well, thanks to Shelley, we got a couple, stats from the Boise or the Idaho market. Let's see what we can get from what we got. Average days on market. It looks like it breaks it down from 1 to 2, 3, 4 plus bedrooms. But if we look at the second line, it looks like all real estate. Let's see. Current actives, 2,244 active listings. Average list price. This is Ada County. Looks like it is $833,465. And median list price is $639. Looks like that was pretty similar to what we saw a couple months ago when we looked at Realtor.com for stats. Days on market is median days on market is 43 days. I like to look at median. I think it gives a better picture than the average. Average takes all listings, even the extremes. But if we look at the median, I think that gives us a better picture. Let's look at Canyon County. Median list price is $499,900, and pretty similar to Ada County, 43 days on the market. And then there are 1,253 current active listings. So good stats to know for each of our markets. Know them, get familiar on where to find them. Ask Shelley if you need your stats for Idaho, and reach out to me if you guys need help finding these stats. Okay, let's go back to the blog and see what we can talk about next. Went through mortgage rates. C21 University. We just got an email from corporate announcing new classes. If you're interested in that list, let me know. I can forward that over to you. A lot of great classes being presented. So if you're interested, look on C21 University, see what the current list is. And if you have time, definitely sign up for some of those. They're going to really help.
There is, I'm sorry, Kuhn, but I forgot to put on there. September 1st is when the next one starts.
Oh, good. September 1st for Accelerate, correct?
Accelerate. Yep.
Good. Nice. That's a great class if anybody needs a refresher on, working with clients, going on listing appointments, prospecting. And, it covers the whole gambit, all of it. Everything you need to know to become a successful real estate agent. All in one place. But like I said, there are a lot of new courses being announced right now. So if there's something you are interested in learning more about, check out the list of classes. It might have that topic available. let's see, office events. Shauna and I looks like we have a joint lunch and learn coming up in August. I believe we are working with Ann Keddington from America's Preferred Home Warranty on getting a class put together.
Yep.
Excited to, work together with Shauna on getting all of the agents to, was it Lisa Pogue's office? Is that where
Yeah.
it's being hosted?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, and
And-
she's gonna the home warranty lady, I can't remember her name, I'm sorry. She's going to be bringing a light lunch for everyone.
Nice. Cool. And we'll announce the details as soon as those are finalized. Remember, every Tuesday we have our broker tour. I know agents went with Nick yesterday. Saw a couple great properties. Great opportunity to get stuff for your social media. Highlight some of the inventory that's out there, the new inventory. And one more thing for me, we have our biweekly accountability group meeting today at the Portland office. Definitely, come join us if you can. Great way to stay accountable, set your goals, and stay on it. So if you're interested in being more accountable, definitely come at 12 p.m. at the Portland office.
He's a multitasker today.
Yes. Yeah. There's a joke in there, but I'm tired.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hot. It's 100
And it's
degrees.
hot.
Yeah,
And it's hot.
it's a scorcher today, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it was 81 degrees on the way in.
I know.
Furious in the morning. Jeez.
Okay. So I do have a parting word, which is try to remember why you got your real estate license, why you thought you wanted to spend 90 hours or whatever you had to spend to get that license. And remember some of the excitement, because whatever you thought, whatever your, conceptions were of what it meant, it's true. Maybe it didn't work out for you, perhaps, but it can. And so try to remember those things, and let's find ways to make that a reality, because there are ways to actually connect what you thought to the reality. Because a lot of people sell 10 homes a year, and there's a plan and a path to sell 10. There's a path to sell 20.
Mm-hmm.
There's a path to sell 50. And we have people that do that here.
Uh-huh.
You certainly can. You can start with the accountability group and go from there.
Yes.
Yep.
And show up for these meetings. If you can't make these meetings, they are recorded and posted at C21 North Star's YouTube channel.
That's right. Okay. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Call us if you need us.
This is our time. No, this is our century. Our gold shines bright.
Because this is a network unlike any other. 135,000 affiliated agents across 84 countries and territories in almost every Spanish-speaking country in the world. This is the most recognized name in real estate, the most respected brand in the industry. That has a nice ring to it. The leader in brand awareness 25 years in a row. This is earning accolades. More accolades. And more. Okay, that's a lot. This is making an impression. Over 27 billion of them. This is showing up big. Here, here, and all across here. Oh, and not just for clients, for the community. We're lifting up others with us. This is not resting on a legacy. This is running on it. Taking all that's been learned and seen and taught and dreamed over the past 50 years to shape and fuel the next 100. Century 21. This is our century.